What are scale diagrams? A scale diagram is a picture of something large that has been shrunk down, like a map, or a picture of something small that has been blown up, like a tiny part that you need to picture larger so that you can get a good view of it. A scale factor tells you how many times smaller or how many times bigger an image is than the real life object or thing that it's representing. So scale factors are usually written as a ratio or a fraction, and it'll look something like this. Diagram to real life, or as a fraction, diagram to real life. So it might look something like this, 2 to 1, or 2/1. So here's an example. The blueprints of a house are drawn with a scale of 1 to 65. So what that means is we have diagram to real. So 1 centimeter in the diagram corresponds to 65 centimeters in real life. Or it doesn't have to be 1 centimeter to 65. If you measured 2 centimeters in the diagram or in the blueprints, that would correspond to 2 times 65 is 130 centimeters in real life. Real life being the actual built house. On a map, the scale usually isn't as a ratio or a fraction. It's usually just given down in a corner somewhere as a bar that represents a certain distance. And on many scale diagrams, you won't see a scale at all. Instead, you'll just be given the real life measurements. So here's an example of a floor plan. This is a scale diagram, so that all the proportions you can see. But instead of getting a scale somewhere, you're just told the real life distances. So for example, that this house is 40 feet across end to end, and I'm trying to read on the side here. I think that says 42 feet 6 inches long. Basically, the only way that a scale diagram can be really useless and bad is that if there's no scale given and no real life measurement given. So you look at this floor plan and it's a scale diagram. Everything's hopefully in proportion, so you know you can compare the kitchen size and bedroom size, but you don't actually know how big any of it is in terms of feet. So, you know, is this a big enough bedroom for you or a big enough bathroom for you? You can maybe kind of estimate based on the appliances that are in there, but it's a really bad diagram because there's nothing to actually help you determine the size, either a scale or a real life measurement.